Hello,
Hi.
Mayor and others, and all of you who are here. We often start a meeting by saying, I'm glad to be here. That's not really true here. I'm not glad because of what's going on.
Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you.
The signs really say so much. Save the innocent. And the innocent children. Because when you read the stories, many children are really not only innocent, they're unaware, and they're being killed. It says, stop the ethnic cleansing in Myanmar. That's really what is happening. And say, we are all for the rights of the Rohingya. That's so true. That's why I'm here today. I think I'm here on behalf of virtually all Americans, all of us who want to stop the killing there of the Rohingya people.
Stop the killing! Stop the killing! Stop the killing! Stop genocide! Save Rohingya!
So this is really on a sunny day, a very American gathering. I was watching the film, the program about Vietnam many years ago. It was very American that we had protests there. There were some differences of opinion, but it was totally in our tradition, right? That all of us have the right to come together to express our view, and our view today is stop the killing of the Rohingya people in Myanmar. Now, I could give a long speech, but the headlines, I just clipped the recent headlines from the papers. And let me just read them, because sometimes headlines speak for themselves. And I'll just read them in order, and they're all this month. The first one, September 20 in the Washington Post. Sun Shi sidesteps atrocity allegations in first address on the crisis. Other Nobel laureates have urged her to speak out, and we're here today to say to her, we were proud of her being a Nobel laureate. Speak out on behalf of the people who are now being killed within your country.
Shame on Suu Kyi! Shame on Suu Kyi! Shame on Suu Kyi! Save the Rohingya! Stop the killing!
The next headline says the history behind the Rohingya's plight in Burma goes back centuries. Centuries.
Yes.
I'll hand you the headlines. All of you who's on our staff. You'll keep them. The next was the same day in the New York Times. And it said the Myanmar leader, a Nobel laureate whom I had the privilege of meeting there about, 6-8 months ago. But the headline says, defends military from Rohingya accusations. Let me just go on. Then this is September 28th. And this is an article written by the Emergencies Director at the Human Rights Watch. And I'm proud so much of what the Human Rights Watch has done throughout the world. So they should be listened to because they've seen these atrocities firsthand. And this was, I said, written by the emergency director. And I quote, the Burmese military is committing crimes against humanity.
Yes, 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 yes.
Now let me just read this.
Stop it! Stop it!
Let me just read this.
Stop it!
And I'll tell you, it's painful to read this. It's painful to read this. Wherever this happens, we must speak up in the United States of America.
Yes.
So let me read this.
Speak up!
Speak up, speak up, speak up, speak up, speak up.
So let me read this. And for young children here, I think it will be difficult to hear as well as for all of us. And I quote, "Let there be no doubt. The Burmese army is engaged in horrific atrocities in its campaign of ethnic cleansing against the Rohingya. When soldiers shoot men in their custody, hack women and children to death, and burn their homes, the world needs to pay attention and act together to stop these crimes."
Yes, yes.
We want justice.
We want justice.
We want justice.
We want justice.
When want justice?
No.
When want justice?
No.
When want justice?
No.
We want you to speak up.
We want you to
Speak up, you.
speak up.
That's the next.